All right, I just wanted to provide an update for people before I do my treadmill for today and catch up on the latest in the news. There's really no other way to describe it right now. So they have advised basically against all travel outside of Canada, so I canceled. As soon as I saw that on the news, I'm like, and done. So canceled. The money for the flight gets put into a credit. I've got to use in the next year, no problem. The now the whole factor too that was in all this was that the boys were supposed to go and see their dad. That was involving flying out of Seattle. That's been canceled as well. So due to restrictions, and basically they're saying don't cross the border. So right now, if you cross the border into the States and you come back, you're being asked to self isolate. And they're kind of saying even if you just go to from here, like Sumas, people cross the border go to Sumas to get gas because it's like 33% cheaper to buy it, even with the exchange rate, to buy it there than it is to buy it here. And the Canadian government's saying no, that's just don't do it. So it's going to hurt a lot of border towns. There are a lot of border towns around here that rely on Canadian business, and so they're going to get dinged pretty bad. Sort of like back in the late 90s, early 2000s, we had the Canadian dollar was in the 60s when it comes to value versus the US dollar. And yeah, so that was pretty bad in that it hurt a lot of those towns. Bellingham, Bellis Fair Mall was created basically so Canadians had a place to go when they went down there. And it's funny too because there are people who don't like all the Canadian shoppers down there. But it's like if there wasn't for all the Canadian shoppers, these places probably wouldn't be around. It's not as much like that now as it was then, but this is a different time, and the Canadian dollar's been struggling. The one thing it's a benefit and a negative in that because YouTube's based in the U.S., it pays out in U.S. dollars. So if the Canadian dollar's poor, then I make more money the next month. But if we go to the States for a holiday, if we're spending money, it all evens out because then it's more money anyways. So yeah, that's been going on as well. The Canadian dollar dropped I think 4 cents last week, something ridiculous, and that's hard because it means that the Canadian economy, oil got hit. Basically, oil got hit, and when oil gets hit, Canadian dollar takes a nosedive. So it's kind of crazy right now. Uh, for the record, there's lots of toilet paper locally. There are toilet paper plants in the area, so we don't have a problem with stock right now. Not that I've seen. It's weird. I understand people worry about if I'm going to be quarantined for 2 weeks. There are things you can do. There are delivery services with groceries, and there are things that can be done. Now, there are alternatives too. If you shop at a store where they all of their toilet paper comes in from China, they can find other places to get it from. So it's a tricky time, and so we're staying home. Means more videos. So for fans of my two channels, that means more videos. And it does not mean that we're housebound. It just means if we go out, we're not going to be going to a mall or to a big public place. Even the local rec centers sent out an email yesterday saying they're closed down. They're closed. So everything's on pause, and it means if we leave the house, it'll be to go to a river, creek kind of situation, go out, nature walk kind of thing where we're not going to be around other people. So that's the kind of thing that's going to be going on. And yeah, so we're kind of on hold, but it means I can watch a lot of TV, catch up on everything, and find out what I've been missing, which is probably going to be more Netflix and a lot less network TV. Network TV just kind of, is it me or is it just kind of blah? It just all feels formulaic to me. It just all the cop shows are all the same. All the medical shows feel the same. It just all feels to me. And then there's the fact too that you get these actors and actresses that it's 20 years later and they look 20 years older, and then you look in the mirror and you go, yeah, no, yeah, and it checks out. So it's kind of a depressing reminder. So there's that side of it too. So hope you guys are coping all right. We're not going anywhere. The biggest concern for me was the Seattle airport, to be honest. Not so much because the ground zero is Washington. So yeah, we're staying home, we're staying safe, and yeah, Thank you guys so much for watching. Do hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. You just happen upon this video. As the saying goes, as I put in all my videos. And hey, I'll be here. And I will be doing, I know we're going to be doing live streams on the main channel as well. I know I'm going to be firing up both the PlayStation and the Xbox. I sometimes forget I have the Xbox as well. I have NHL on the Xbox, and I just forget it sometimes. Like, oh, right, yeah, I have that. That's the thing. So there you go. I will talk to you again soon.